Back, we want to go live out to the airport right now. The Tennessee Volunteers, your 2024 national champions, are now just getting off the plane. That's the third or fourth person is all coming down. The buses have pulled out where you can't really see them. Casey K is there live, so she's got a better vantage point, I think, but we're seeing them come down. I want to go to her and get her involved in this as well. And tell me what you're seeing and how people are reacting, Casey.
Hey, Don. I mean, I've been just keeping my eyes pierced to see if that trophy is coming out of the plane. I don't know if it has yet, but like you said, yeah, we've seen about, I would say, 7 or 8 of the players come down off the plane. They're getting into those Tennessee buses. There's 2 of them over there, and they're going to be bringing the Vols back to Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Fun fact about the buses. So when Tennessee was leaving for Omaha, I asked the bus drivers if they physically drove those buses to Omaha themselves. Obviously, Tennessee gets on the plane, but they do need something to take their gear, their wear, their video games, their TVs. Kavaris Tiras had been carrying a TV. He put it on the bus. They told me that they are not the ones who drive it out to Omaha. The buses actually leave a day earlier, and then the same bus drivers, they pick them up here, which is what you're seeing now as those players come down. They get into those famous Tennessee buses. We got a few more. We had a little bit of a lull there, and now we're seeing a few more of those guys get off of that JetBlue plane. I mean, I don't even think they understand the magnitude of the celebration, of the excitement that they're going to be experiencing when they reach Market Square, when they get to that start of the parade, when they get to Lindsey Nelson Stadium. Like I mentioned before, a lifetime memory, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for them and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for the fans. Looks like, oh, no, I was going to say we have a lull again, but it looks like we're getting everyone off the plane. It's a pretty short flight. I was told about under 3 hours, so these guys, they should be bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, ready to go, and I'm sure as soon as they hit the streets of that celebration that they're going to be just even more excited, because I mean nothing can compare to this in the entirety of their collegiate careers. I mean, a lot of these seniors, if they've been with Tennessee since they were freshmen, they've been to Omaha now 3 times in 4 years. Not many people can say that when they play college baseball. And Don, I hear you got a question back there. What we got?
As I'm watching people come out, have you actually seen any of the players coming out, or is this a lot of the folks that travel with them? Because maybe that's why the trophy hasn't come out.
I believe. That's a great question, Don. I believe it was a few players right off the bat. Right. We are at a distance here. I mean, I'm talking probably 4 football fields away. Right. And I mean, I got my contacts in, but I don't have my eyesight.
Well, we're zoomed in.
I'm really looking right now.
Right, we're zoomed in, but it's hard to tell who's who. Yeah.
Let me ask Bill, have you seen any players come out, Bill? Bill thinks he's seen 1 or 2. So I think we've seen a few. I mean, we've got a long string of people that have been coming off the plane.
Right, and people need to understand.
We already saw Coach Vitello get off the plane. Yes.
So we
did see Coach Vitello get off the plane. So I mean,
he wasn't carrying the trophy.
He's a man of the hour. He's already off. He's already on the bus.
But we have not seen the trophy.
Yeah, we don't think he was carrying the trophy. We'll have to check in later to see who was the one carrying it.
It's like
I really thought they were going to come out like hosting it up over their head, but you know.
Right.
Maybe not. They're saving the celebration for later.
Right. Plus, they're new. It's not like they've won it every year. They don't know how to act, you know. And the real problem is here is when they say, hey, did you leave anything in the plane? And someone goes, oh, yeah, the trophy's back on 29F. Someone better get the trophy off the plane, that's for sure.
Oh, what a story that would be if they left it on the plane. Oh, my goodness. But, yeah, so it looks like we're rearing the end of these players and personnel coming off. And from what I know from how they travel, the plane is primarily just the players. They travel their personnel and other people in different ways in other planes. Some were probably potentially on those buses that I mentioned that go out to Omaha. So primarily what we're seeing come down is the baseball team. I mean, they've got about 30, 35 people, so it does take a while to unload all of those guys. I just saw someone with a Tennessee baseball cap come off. I believe that was a player, and yeah, now we're getting to the end. Still waiting for that trophy, unless it's already slipped my eyes. Like I said,
it could have been in a bag, you know, they locked it up in something with popcorn, you know, those styrofoam popcorn so that it doesn't get broken or something like that. Who knows? Yeah, there are definitely more players coming off, yeah.
Absolutely, Don. Absolutely. So Kirby Canal just came off the plane, and if you do see the little trophies that are coming off, each player was given one of those. They have a ceremony last night before they do the big pictures, before they do all the confetti up in the air. Every player is given a tinier version of that national championship trophy that they can take with them when they leave Rocky Top. They can put it in their dorm room. They can put it in their apartment. They each get their own personal one. So we have seen those little versions come off, but we're still, I believe, waiting to see that big version get off the plane. As we still see those players loading down into the buses. I always wonder, like, how do you do the seating arrangement on the bus, you know? Like, do they claim front and back, or is that just something that we did in middle school and high school?
I'm sure the seniors get their pick.
Like, the seniority gets you in the back?
The seniors telling the freshmen and others
But, like,
back.
in college landscape now.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Maybe it's based on
in
NIL
the college
deals.
landscape now, though, a senior might not be the one. In the college landscape now, a senior might not be the one who's been there the longest. You know, a sophomore could potentially be there longer than a senior. The trophy is coming off now. We see it. We see it. The trophy is here. The trophy is getting off the plane, getting into the bus. Looks like they got it pretty secure as they're getting into those buses to bring it back to Rocky Top. First one ever in program history. First one for the University of Tennessee since 2009, and first one of this magnitude since 1999. 24th ever for the Tennessee program, and it just made its way from the plane into the bus, and it's going to be heading back to Lindsey Nelson Stadium. It's going to be heading to the parade and heading to Market Square for the celebration of a lifetime. Well, the biggest celebration that I've ever experienced, so I'm excited.
And at least we know they didn't leave it back on 29E or 29F. They did get out. I thought he was carrying a trophy and a pillow.
That was a concern of ours. Yes, it was.
All right, Casey. We'll keep an eye on that.
I mean, I hope we get to ask them, you know, how they made that was secure.
Right, and who gets to carry it, I guess, like that. Unless that was the MVP trophy. I mean, there was one of those, too, but I think that was a different one. So, you know, that's one that has the statues on it.
That was definitely the main. That was definitely the main deal getting off the plane. Yeah, the MVP trophy, a little bit smaller than that big boy that we saw get off the plane.
All right. Well, Casey, I think we're going to wrap it up right now with you for a moment as they continue to come out. I know you're going to be there for a moment, and they'll, like you said, make their way downtown.